Hello, everyone. So it is Thursday night, August 6th, excuse me. Very nice night, actually. Excuse the lighting. Actually, just have a little lamp here. So I want to talk about um, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. I want to get into a little bit how I personally overcame my obsessive compulsive disorder. I suffered with this pretty much my whole adult life. In high school, I was afflicted with anxiety attacks and sometimes even full blown panic attacks. So there's a difference between an anxiety disorder and panic. Panic is here's anxiety where you're like this panic is you feel like you're going to die and go insane, and then it becomes so problematic that it affects your life because your concern is going out. Your concern is you're nervous, not so much nervous about say an event or going someplace. You're afraid that you're going to have one of these attacks and you feel you're going to pass out, go crazy, or die. So I've always had that for years and years and years, and then I had something, this OCD. When you read and research what this is, it's kind of a an attempt to get some sort of control over, say, stress or anxiety. Like, so you get all these kind of twitchy sort of things. So um, I don't have it anymore. I have no anxiety, no panic, no OCD, nothing. How did I do it? Medication? No. I tried that. I went down that route. I was on SSRIs. I started taking for a while the benzodiazepines, the controlled substances. That was a lot of fun. Xanax and all that stuff. Nightmare. Absolutely nightmare. And actually exacerbated things, made things worse. So you ask, what was it? Mike, here I am, 2019. I have zero anxiety. Well, I'm not going to say zero anxiety, but I don't have an anxiety disorder. I don't have a panic disorder. And I've cured my OCD. So, the magic. And it is, in a sense, magic. And I know you're going to say, what? But here we go. Meditation. And the type of meditation is Vipassana. And just a little background. When I started getting these anxiety attacks, I read about TM, Transcendental Meditation, and how meditation can um, help calm you and cure your anxiety, whatever. And for whatever reason, it just didn't work. I really didn't know what the hell I was doing. So it wasn't until literally 3 years ago when I purchased Sam Harris's book, Waking Up. And I read that, and for the first time, I go, oh, I get it. Oh. Like paying attention to your breath and then watching your thoughts. So I cannot recommend that book enough, Waking Up. The way he describes it, and again, you have to actually practice. You need to, two ways. You can intellectualize it and read what it is, and then you have to actually practice it. And when you understand what you're doing, just watching your thoughts, instead of trying to see, initially the problem with people who just start meditating is they feel like they're fucking up all the time, right? So you're like, say, counting your breath and you're concentrating, or say you have a mantra or an object thinking, and all of a sudden you have these thoughts, intrusive thoughts. The thing is to understand and recognize that this is normal. That's what normal human beings, everyone has these sort of thoughts. So, but instead of getting carried away with your thoughts and going, oh, what am I, let's see, tomorrow I have a dentist appointment, and oh, I have some stuff I finished at work, and then you get carried away, and you get lost in thought. So instead of doing that, what you're doing is the thought comes in, and who knows where that comes from. Sam talks about that a lot. Like, where do these thoughts come from? They just seem to come from nowhere, and they come in. You just watch it without judgment. Now, it's not easy. It's not easy. So practice and persistence. So I started doing this, and I'll tell you specifically what was going on with me for years. I had it for more than 2.5 years. I had this OCD thing with my lower back. I was squeezing. I knew I was doing it myself. It was like a conscious thing, like squeeze my lower back, and it started like every 2 seconds. I go and I go and then it got even more frequent. So it was like every second, or even like 2 every second. It was maddening. It was driving me insane, and I couldn't. I just didn't know what else to do, and when your body gets trained, you get, like, I call it habits, like this bad habit of and I mean hard, like squeezing. Then it becomes kind of like automatic. So I was at the point where I just could not stop it, and it was ruining my life. My life became unbearable. And incidentally, I had broken my back too. So I had a broken back, and right in that area, I was squeezing as hard as I could. And I really thought there was no hope. I mean, I thought about ending my life. That's how terrible it was. Like, I could not go on this way. And slowly, I started meditating, and then just watching it. Watching, what are you doing? Watching this, and then it's not right away, not automatic. It took a long time, and then you realize, and you go, oh, I'm doing this. And then you're kind of gentle with yourself, like you talk to yourself like kind of like a friend, not like you know. It's more of a what do they call that, a white knuckle, you know. It's more of a, like, you're talking to your body as if it were your friend, and you get this sense of control. And then there's this feedback loop. So, like, oh, I'm feeling better, and I can control this thing. And all of a sudden, and then you could develop this trust. It's all about trust. And then all of a sudden, hey, you know, it's not, again, it's not an instantaneous thing. And then all of a sudden, it's gone. And I am finally in peace. So I hope this makes sense. I was thinking about doing this with sort of an outline, but this is Tabor Talk, and I just kind of like, I'm having an informal conversation. So I will be doing more videos on this, and I hope some people get some value out of this. Okay, have a great night, everyone.